Hey guys, I get a lot of questions about using numbers in theory for music. This video is going to be covering basic triads and how to use them when you're learning new songs and putting things together for lead sheets. To be clear, this isn't the Nashville number system. If you guys want to see a video about that, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any questions, please drop those in the comments as well, and I will do my best to answer those, or if I need to make a follow-up video, I will. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe. Really hope you enjoy this.
In any given key, you're going to have 7 chords, and these are all called diatonic chords, with diatonic just meaning in the key. Diatonic, 7 chords, diatonic in the key. These 7 chords are based off of a major scale. Here's an example, which is C major. You got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, with C being an octave. In C, there's no accidentals, and all accidentals means is sharps or flats, and your key signature is how many sharps or flats are in the key. So if there's 2 flats, it's a different key than if there's no flats. You know, we have these 7 chords. Well, how do we figure out what these chords are? So again, it's built off the major scale, and we can see none of these have accidentals on them because we're in C now. Let's, using one string, just play up. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's our major scale. These W's and H's here, what does this mean? That's the interval between each note in the major scale. The whole means whole step. That sound, right? There's a note in between them, basically, is what a whole step is. Using this, we can go C, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's our major scale. In practice, you would probably never really play things like this. It's really weird. You would play it in one position. But for chords, it's a little bit easier because you can build patterns along the neck by looking at this like this. My one chord is based off of the A string, like this C right here. I know where I can find my other chords based off patterns. And we'll talk about this in another video. We're not going to worry about this today. We have these 7 notes in this major scale. We still don't know what these diatonic chords are, though. These chords that are related to this scale. We know how to get the scale, but we don't know what the chords are yet. So that's what this is. Our 1 chord is always going to be major. Our 4 chord is always going to be major. And our 5 chord is always going to be major. Just triads again. We're not worried about extensions or anything else right now. So we've got 1, 4, 5. All major. And you know this sound probably if you've ever listened to any old-timey blues. You got all that is 1, 4, 5. Now that we've established 1, 4, and 5 are always going to be major, 2, 3, and 6 that we're going to focus on. We're not going to really talk about 7 today just because it's a different thing. I will explain a little bit of what it is. I'm not going to go into detail about the whys or the hows or anything else with it. So we've got 2, 3, and 6, which are always going to be minor. So that keeps it easy. We got 1, 4, 5 major, 2, 3, 6 minor. Our 7 chord is going to be a diminished triad, which sounds like this, or as a chord. You're not going to find this diminished chord too often in pop music or things you would hear on the radio. It's definitely there, but it's not as common. So that's why we're not going to really worry about the 7 chord right now. We're mostly going to just focus on these 6 chords because these are the most common things we're going to see and probably the most important to memorize. So let's say we have this progression right here, which is 1, 6, 4, 5. So you can see 1's major, 6 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major. And this is a very common progression for pop songs, country songs, rock songs even. You know, this is something you'll probably see a lot. So this is a good one to practice and know. And we're going to play it in G. So we've got 1 is major, which is G. 6 is minor, which is E minor. 4 is major, which in this case is C. And 5 is major, which in this case is D. And all of these chords you'll notice are in first position. They're open chords. These are very common chords that a lot of players are going to know. 6, 4, 5. Well, let's say you're getting on a gig with somebody and you know this particular song in G, but they play it in B flat because that's where their singer needs it to sing it well. Now our B flat is our 1. So if you know where B flat is, you got that. So you got to find 6. Well, we can use the major scale that we learned. Whole, whole, half, whole, whole. And we go, okay. So in B flat, our 6 is going to be this G. And a 6 chord is minor. So we go B flat, G minor is 6. For our 4 chord, we can count up the scale again. So we know it's E flat now, and it's E flat major. And then 5 is major. So we just go one step from that E flat up, which is F, which is the 5th of B flat. So we have F major. So we go 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. And now we can do this in any given key. So now if we get on a gig with somebody and we don't know the song in their key and we don't know, or we just don't know a song, we can either ask them for the numbers, and we know this because we've memorized it. 1, 4, 5 are major, 2, 3, 6 are minor, and we get the numbers and we can play the song with them in any key. All right, I really hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them, or if necessary, make a follow-up video explaining this in detail farther. Let me know if you have questions or comments, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Have a good one.